Hi, I'm Tommy Oakes, and I'm the Legislative Liaison for the Gambling Commission. And we're here talking about the problem gambling bill that's being signed by the governor. This bill deals with getting people the resources they need if they find out they do have a problem in problem gambling. This is something that the Gambling Commission has been working on approximately 4 years now to help get this to this spot. We're extremely excited the governor's going to be signing the bill today, and we'd like to thank Senator Conway who sponsored this bill. So, problem gambling, that's Senate Bill 5634. And isn't this like a 3 or 4 year journey with the Gambling Commission? Tell me a little bit about that.
So our Vice Chair, Julia Patterson, was the chair of that committee. It's a problem gambling task force that was set up by the legislature in 2019, responsible for doing a prevalence study and determining the impacts of gambling in the state of Washington. That prevalence study results were published in December of 2022, and as a result, Senator Conway put together a bill concerning problem gambling, and this legislation that is going to be signed today addresses dedicated funding for prevention, education, and workforce development, as well as treatment, accessible treatment for those that have a problem with gambling.
I'm here with Commissioner Julia Patterson, and we're here to talk about Senate Bill 5634, problem gambling, which has been a very long journey for you. Tell me about it.
Well, first of all, I just want to say how excited I am that the governor will be signing that bill today. It's the culmination of 4 years of very hard work by a task force that was created by the legislature to specifically address this problem of addiction in gambling. And this bill means that we will essentially be able to double our efforts in preventing problem gambling and treating it.
Bill 5634, this creates an ongoing advisory committee to work on issues related to problem gambling. This bill also increases deposits into the problem gambling account, making more resources available to address this issue. As gambling increases in the state, so has our need to identify resources that help combat problem gambling. Thanks, Senator Conway and Representative Stearns, for paying attention to this matter. Okay, let's smile for a second.
Well, it was a bill that came about as a result of a task force that met for 2-3 years. It was an important bill and task force because we really haven't addressed problem gambling since 2004, and we've had a vast expansion of gambling in our state. I was part of the 2004 bill as well. I happened to be chair of the Labor Committee in the House at the time, and as I said once again, you can't expand gambling and not have issues around problem gambling. So it was that inspiration that led me to, and led us actually, you worked with me on this, your predecessor anyway, to set up this task force. And the work is not done. The beauty of this bill is it establishes an advisory committee to look at the recommendations from the task force and see where we are and what we need to be doing.
I'm here with Representative Shelley Kloba, and we're going to talk about the problem gambling bill that was signed by the governor today. Tell me about it.
Well, it is a really important piece of legislation because we've had an expansion of gambling, and thus we need to expand the resources that are available for people. I feel like as a state, we derive a great deal of revenue from this activity that for most people is fun, enjoyable amusement. But for those who it can become a problem, we have an obligation, I think, to provide the services to remediate and help out folks with this issue. So it was really a great deal of work by the folks on the task force, and so we brought together people from the gambling industry, people from treatment, people from our health department, and legislators, and we even had some great input from folks from the public. So I'm really proud of the work that they came up with, and they came up with recommendations, and this is the first big piece of those recommendations, and I know that they're going to be continuing to monitor it as we go along.